So late. But it's always fine. It's always fine even when I'm late. Because they don't know any better. They don't even know how to read. They're just chatter. Oh, they can hear me. I have set up a bunch of new macros on my computer. So forgive me if I make a mistake and open the wrong channel. I shouldn't. Shouldn't be a problem. Just in case it is, then I'm going to blame everyone but me. Want that to be known. Look, I should be live on Thingy. Am I live on Thingy? On YouTube? Oh, it's perfect. Okay. Good. I'm literally checking, make sure everything is working. Um, guys, it's going to be super short. We have a lot to talk about, and I want to talk about it. There's going to be a lot. Yeah, I got the font. Everything's out. We have a new patron. Their name is not on the front, which is my fault. I want to just. This is a content warning. This is an early content warning. I am going to talk about Trump. If that not for very long, for about a minute, maybe two, depending on how many jokes I have to come up with, maybe 10. But I just want you to know that ahead of time. If thinking about him or seeing him causes you stress, don't watch this stream. Just don't. Okay? For your health and safety. That's it. Okay, moving on. I said that and then one person left. Why do I set myself up for failure? Was it Sim? Of course it was Sim. Only Sim would be this week. Unlike me, a person of strength, great strength. The stream has been like a lot of research coming. I've basically been doing that for the past week. It is just what it is. I didn't working on it for the past week, and I was pretty much researching until just now, like just as I started the stream, because there was a few things I wanted to make sure I lined up to talk about because it's gonna be super short. Like I mean this, I'm like it's gonna be like maybe an hour tops of talking about stuff, tying some threads together, and I'm gonna reveal one or two small things that I can wherever I can. Um, do not. I will say to preface this. You know, I'm gonna say things that may sound like investment advice. Don't invest any money based on this. I'm just going to say this now because I don't intend it to sound like that. It's just the only way to talk about it is like that, and so I am accounting for that possibility. And yeah. Also, I want everyone to know this is like a small complaint. But I want everyone to know that I actually spend a lot of money now on subscriptions to news organizations, like Business Insider. Oh no, I forgot to send that email. I've been actually really busy. I forgot to send it. I will send it today. I just never sent it. I wrote the email though. I just never sent it. Um, I want everyone to know I actually spend a substantial amount of money on things like Business Insider and um, and things like Business Insider and like Bloomberg and lots of news organizations. I pay a lot of money now just for subscriptions because a lot of their articles are behind paywalls, and I often need them for research. Like um, one of the ones that we're going to talk about today is very much is a Bloomberg article I'm using. So yeah, I have also I just want to update everyone on something. I told you a while ago that Webtoon won the lawsuit against Tom Acko, which it did. So this is not me retconning it. What I'm here to say is, um, it was a very funny win, and I didn't realize how funny it was until this afternoon. Out of just sheer amusement, I looked it up just to see, you know, how it was going and like what happened. And basically, Webtoon won in May. Technically, they won this May, but Tom Ackle submitted an appeal, and then the appeal took until like September or something to resolve, which is why the book didn't come out until then, by the way. Um, and it was a very pathetic appeal. Basically, Tom has submitted two motions: a motion for rediscovery and a motion for bifurcation. I think that was a motion. And Tom's lawyers had submitted them. And essentially, the idea was to split the case into two cases, which went through, and then a motion for rediscovery, essentially to find new evidence to prove that he's right. That one didn't go through. He appealed that one and another one, which I forget, and he appealed both of the two claims. And they basically took a month, and the judge went, "These claims have no merit. There is no point." Like, I know it's not a big deal. I don't really care. The winner of this is not a good person. And even if Webtoon had lost, Tom would not be a good person. Like, neither of these people are good people. So I don't care who wins. But I just think it's really funny that the way it ended after all that fight was basically some guy saying, "Stop throwing a tantrum here and get the hell out of my office." Like, more or less was what he was said. I find that really funny. Uh, yeah, no, it is like that. Also, second update on the Webtoon class action lawsuit. I have traced down a lawyer who can give me additional information. I will be contacting my law contact in California. But one thing that you should know is the class action has not ended. It has now progressed to um, the main plaintiff. So the law firm that's basically going to be the one doing all the investigation and research and looking into things. And they're going to be doing that basically until January. Nothing I have found has indicated the lawsuit has been dropped. There is one place I need to check, which is Bloomberg Law. I'm having a call with with Bloomberg Law on Monday, maybe another day, to see if I can set up a subscription with them so I can look deeper into some of the legal files, to see if anything is going to change soon or whatever. But essentially, this is going to be an investigation until Jan anyway, and only in January will we know if the lawsuit's actually going to like happen proper. So that's where everything is at. If you're interested in any of these things, just know that I am keeping them in mind, and give me money on Patreon because it helps me pay for stuff like this. Okay, cool. Thanks. Okay, I guess we can start since the youth seem to have forgotten that we exist. No one's coming. No one wants to know the good news. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Webcomics Hubcast, Season 4, Episode 10? Question mark? Backdrop is perfect. We all saw the coup. I saw the coup. It was very funny. That is the South Korean president. Yes, Sim, that is the South Korean president. It is hilarious. It is truly one of the things of all time. That's for sure. Oh my God, do I have the wrong? This is the. I opened the wrong like tool for my. Okay, no, actually I didn't. I opened the right tool. Okay, cool. Anyway. Oh God. If you're looking at this screen and seeing the really slowly advancing little thing on the screen, I'm sorry. It's It's one, it's the chat highlight. I messed with the timer on it. And so it's like on 60 seconds or whatever. Okay, wait, let me like fix that. Let's try again. Coming in at a crawl is crazy. Is it just not gonna work this time? Yeah, whatever. I know what's making it not work. I know what I did. I know what crimes I committed. I'll rectify them immediately. Yeah. Yes, that is the SK president. Anyway, back to what we're going to talk about. So today I want to talk about a very important piece of news, very important set of news piece stories that all kind of tie together. And I want to start out by talking a little bit about US-Korea trade deals, trade negotiations. I don't know how much you guys know about it, but the US-Korea trade agreement, which was, I think, signed in, God, it must have been at least a year now. But I may be crazy. Let me make sure something. My bad. I say a year. I said a year, but really it was a while ago. It was 2012. I just never looked up the time. Anyway, the US Korea Trade Agreement, which was signed into law in 2012 in the United States, is basically a free trade agreement, allowing Korea to send whatever they want into the United States and get things out as they need. And it will have no import fees, no export fees. It will be basically free movement back and forth. Free trade agreements aren't rare. I don't know how much you guys know about trade agreements, but they're not very rare. The only thing about them is that they are often only given to allies that are very meaningful. Don't get too bored because I'm going to move away from this in a second. All I wanted to say, they didn't send webtoons, unfortunately. All I want trying to say with this here is that free trade agreements are rare. Free trade agreements aren't rare, but free trade agreements are very powerful. And it's affecting South Korea and America in a big way. So, if you didn't know this, South Korea is basically investing crazy amounts of money into American manufacturing. They're spending as much money as they can in the country. They're buying not just like battery manufacturing, they're putting their money into every secondary tier business that they can. Okay? If you make something, SK is putting their money into it. Unlike Japan, they basically put all their money into American business real estate, which immediately crashed their economy when people started working from home. South Korea is going into American manufacturing because they wanted to power its own tertiary market that it's been pushing for and that it already has. If you know what a tertiary market is, it's a market that doesn't make things, it just sells things. That's it. Primary is the one that gets the natural resources, secondary is the one that manufactures, and tertiary is the one that sells the stuff, right? Most of us live in a tertiary economy, an economy where almost every business is a business that sells things, very few manufacturing places, because most of them have been sent over to places like China. But, you know, how do I say this? No. He did a thing. Okay, Trump put a bunch of tariffs on China. Wants to put a bunch of tariffs on the EU. Wants to put a bunch of tariffs on America's direct neighbors of California, of Canada and Mexico. And so now more than ever, the U.S. is pulling a lot of manufacturing inwards to become almost like they're becoming an isolated nation like they used to be. I'm not saying it's going to go that far. It looks like that may be the track they want to go down. And as a result of that, South Korea's investments into manufacturing are going to pay off really big as they continue to do it. What I'm trying to get out here is basically this. America, South Korea, friendos, and companies are noticing their relationship and looking at it as a thing that they can exploit. Lots of companies want to hire people from South Korea. Lots of South Korean companies want to hire people outside of South Korea. It's all like an Ouroboros of hell, of everyone wanting to find a way to make more money, and Korea-US relations are the way to do it. And I'm bringing all this up talking about all these things because I want you to understand that what I'm going to talk about after this is a microcosm of a bigger trend of companies looking to Korea as the place that they're going to pull money from, and Korea looking to the rest of the world as a place that it's going to pull money from. Okay? All right. Let's talk about the comic bit because you're all bored. Did you know that Disney Plus has unveiled a new slate of content, a new slate of new TV shows, a lot of them based on webtoons that they are going to be revealed that they've been revealing. I'm going to show you one of the ones they're revealing. They're going to be revealing as they see Korea as the next key pillar, right? Disney Plus is doing fine in America, but not making much money. It's doing all right in Japan, but not making much money. And Korea is the next pillar because I think Disney is hoping that if it has a global enough reach, they're working on a global enough scale of content, it will be able to essentially make good money. And yeah, as Quanto says in chat, the mouse has been sniffing up K-dramas for a while, okay? And so this is all kind of something we should have all seen coming. Disney Plus, as you know what, Demi, shut up. Anyway, like it is a trend. It is a corporate trend of big American companies looking at Korea as the next point of monetary gain in terms of media, especially, right? And that was because the order is America, Japan, Korea, and with Netflix's big hit with things like Squid Game, with the movies, the South Korean movies doing incredibly well in the American box office, things like Parasite is the only one that could come to mind. I'm sorry. It's just a very logical next step. And Disney Plus isn't just like coming in with K dramas. It's coming in strong with webtoon adaptations like Light Shop, which is a very popular, as from what I can understand, a relatively popular webtoon. But the cast is stacked. This is the Korean Leo, I wouldn't say Leonardo DiCaprio. This is the Korean Timothy Chalamet. All right, this is Muad'Dib, and I keep calling him Muad'Dib. Anyway, that's the cast that's going to be in this. All right, Timothy Chalamet and Zendaya, right, and Jennifer Aniston. I don't know if she's still relevant. Like those are the kind of people that are going to be in this in this K drama, the Korean versions of them at least, right? It's a pretty star-studded cast, huge stuff. And that's not it. Disney's also moving on with a second season of a show that they greenlit in Korea. So it's very clear they're making big investments into the media over there. And the reason I'm talking about all of this, is just to kind of get you guys understanding a little bit of the value Webtoon is placing. Webtoons are going to start having. I talked about this a little while ago when I said to you guys that the goal for companies like Webtoon is to have a completely vertically integrated company. Actually, I went to the wrong screen. I'm gonna have to open Paint. Give me a second. I need to explain what vertically integrated is. The people who don't know what that is and don't care. Okay. I'm just gonna do a quick flip. Okay. So class time, right? Yeah. Okay, class. So here's how this goes, right? Vertically, like most companies are very simple, right? Company A, oh God, I still have white paint on. You know what's annoying? This is the day, guys. This is the day. Drawing tablet is engaged. Drawing tablets here, pens here, everything's in front of me. Okay. Anyway, most companies work like this. This is A Corp, right? A Corp is a company that makes bread, right? A Corp buys its products from B Corp, who is a company that farms corn, right? They get the corn, right? This is normally how companies operate. They rely on other corporations. But a company that is truly vertically integrated, right? It's cornbread. This is cornbread they're making. Anyway, a company that is truly vertically integrated, right? One that is truly vertically is the word. Vertically integrated, right? Is one essentially where the entire process of getting corn and making bread is all done by A Corp. A Corp owns the farms. A Corp owns the office building. A Corp owns the bread machine. A Corp owns the machine that takes the truck that takes the bread into the store. A Corp owns the store. And if they can, A Corp also owns all the companies that make every other byproduct of bread. Okay? The bakeries, everything. A truly vertically integrated company is one that owns everything like that. Like Huawei. Yeah. Like Apple. Apple is basically entirely vertically integrated. What the benefit of being vertically integrated is that it keeps your costs low, right? Your costs go down because you own everything. No one's trying to nickel and dime you for extra cash. You own the whole corporation top to bottom. And so you can hire exactly the right kind of people, use exactly the right kind of distribution methods to ensure that you get things at the exact correct time. That's what the great part about being vertically integrated. There are very few problems with that. But the reason I'm bringing all this up, and I'm talking about all of this, is that Disney, purchasing all this media is showing to companies like Webtoon, whose goal is to become vertically integrated, that there is value even in the process of paying for something and then developing it. And Webtoon's goal is to essentially not do that, not pay for something and then develop it. At least not pay for it at the point where Disney's paying for it, right? Disney's paying for these Webtoon adaptations, these K-dramas. They're paying for it at a point where the IP has gained considerable value. And so they're paying the cost of the IP at a later point, and it's more expensive. Webtoon, corporations like Webtoon, want to be able to essentially purchase that IP way, way, way earlier, when it's a novel, when it's worth pennies on the dollar. Because once they own the IP, they can develop it and be completely vertically integrated, keeping their costs basically at zero. That's why it's also a big deal that Disney Plus is making a second season of Moving, because it's essentially saying not only is making TV shows profitable in Korea, it's making TV shows is so profitable that making a second season makes sense. Now imagine you owned it. Making a third season suddenly makes sense. It makes you that much more money, okay? Now, I don't have any keys on my table. And so to alleviate everyone's stress and boredom, right? I'm gonna do something really nice for all of you. We're gonna take exactly 20 seconds and we're gonna watch the hamster dance video. Okay? If you remember what that is, good job for you. If you don't, well, it's gonna be an experience. Okay? Exactly 20 seconds, we're gonna watch the hamster dance video. Okay? Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Here we go.
Okay, too much. 20 seconds over. All right, no more distraction. Back to work. Anyway, remember, I did this for you. Anyway, wait, 1 second. I just realized something. Is Twitch not connected? Twitch is connected. Okay, cool. Anyway, back to what we're doing. Anyway, so as I was saying, it is not only logical to make a TV show, but it is logical to make a TV show, make multiple seasons of a TV show, right? This is the thing that the Disney Plus behavior is showing. Moving is good as well, which is excellent. And Webtoon adaptations are doing really well. Webtoon adaptations are doing so well that the Korean web novel, Under the Oak, is a New York Times bestseller. Like, this came out literally, I think last week, literally, and joined the New York Times bestseller the week it came out, right? Like it is doing amazingly well with the English paperback version. And not only that, Solo Leveling is winning awards. And you can say, well, it's a Korean award. Of course they're winning it. It's going to win because it's like kind of almost gamified to win. And you're 100% correct, but it don't matter. Awards is awards. In the game of sales and marketing, awards mean something because even if they're meaningless, people pay more money when they see award trophies on your thing. If you don't believe me, ask every chump that bought the Arkham Asylum Game of the Year edition of Batman. Okay, all of us were chumps, or people who bought Deus Ex GOTY. We all did this. Okay, it don't mean nothing. Everybody loves. Yeah, and the solo. Thank you, Quanto. And the Solo Leveling movie is literally in cinemas right now. Okay, like you guys, even if the movie is terrible, even as long as it makes even a slight profit, it is a perfect proof of concept. Hell, if it breaks even, it's a perfect proof of concept because essentially the people who've owned Solo Leveling have owned the IP and made a ton of money off of it. And every company is going to be like, if I was them, I would do way better. And because Webtoon now owns their own studio in house, they would do way, way better. Now, you guys are probably wondering, well, man, we know this. We all know this stuff. This is obvious, logical, simple stuff. Yeah, you're right. But I also want to talk a little bit about how to this end, the end of essentially getting everybody in on this Webtoon, getting this Webtoon craze um, going really strong, doing a lot of adaptations, etc. These companies are not only doing lots of adaptations and sorry, not adaptations, not only like taking the adaptations and making a bunch of money with them and trying to make sure that they get into the cultural zeitgeist and all that. They're also trying to make sure that the comic industry moves in their direction. A few years ago, I know a lot of you were very anti Webtoon stance to go fully vertical scroll and ignore literally every other potential way of reading a comic. And you're right, it was a bad decision, but it was a bad decision in terms of user experience. The user does not matter in capitalism. All that matters is what they will tolerate. And Webtoon knew that they would tolerate this enough, and now Webtoon and companies like it are using the fact that look, Webtoons are successful to push the idea of not only making Webtoons like new original stuff, but as I've talked about before, doing what's called quote unquote verticalizing, a stupid term, but a term that just means taking your existing comic, making it vertical. We all saw it with the Avatar The Last Airbender comic. We all saw it with other stuff. And this vertical stuff is so potent that Global Comics basically makes a whole section of their original content that they call it. They call these originals, but none of these are original comics. They're all old comics that have been turned vertical as far as I can see, right? And a big protection of Global Comics' current business model seems to be taking these old comics and making them vertical. Like that's just a thing that they're doing. They did it with Stranger Things. They did it with Witchblade. They did it with Money Shot and a bunch of stuff from Vault Comics, a bunch of stuff from Dark Horse, a bunch of stuff from AWA, a bunch of stuff from Stranger Comics, and it wouldn't surprise me if they want to do a bunch of stuff from DC that is now on Global Comics. This is where I'm coming with this. This stuff is so potent, and not only might they do that stuff with DC on platform, DC is already doing it on their own. Except DC is making original stuff. This vertical webcomic stuff is so potent. DC literally unveiled a whole new line of comics called DC Go. Big thanks to Christopher Chutabe. I didn't say anyone's name so far, and I feel really bad. But this is a Comics Beat article. Anyway, like DC Comics have unveiled, a whole new series of content. Not to mention when they did the Wayne Family Adventures, they're making a whole new, brand new original content under vertical content, vertical content. And you were like, did you see a Spider-Man vertical? Where? It probably would be. Makes sense. The verticalizing trend is deep. And not only is it deep with other companies doing it for themselves and making new vertical comics, it's deep in the point where manga companies in the West, which is very few of, even internally are looking to verticalize their manga. And Japanese manga is becoming vertical because of line manga. Guys, not only, oh yeah, you're right. They do have some Marvel Infinity. I don't pay for it, so I didn't know that. But that's good to know. No, but what I'm just getting at here is not only is Webtoon basically getting, there is Twitch. There is Twitch. It should be streaming to Twitch. Did it crash? It should be streaming to Twitch. What do you mean no Twitch today? What do you mean no Twitch today? It should be streaming. Did it break? Oh my god, it broke. 1 second. 1 second. Don't tell me the Twitch output broke. I use a server. I use a private local server. I use a local private server to make sure I can multi-stream without having any lag. And I think my server broke. Or they changed my stream key, but they shouldn't do that. They never do that, really. Oh my god, this is the worst. Okay. Am I just gonna open another instance of OBS right now to stream to Twitch? Why does this happen? Why does this always happen the moment I don't want it to? Okay. Let me see something. Let me see if my server got an update or something. Because the thing I'm running is a bit of someone's code, so. Oh, you have to read vertical to get some page comics? That's crazy. No, I cannot leave Twitch. Like, Twitch is so vital to my life. Twitch is so important to me. Like I love Twitch. Twitch is legitimately one of the most important things to me. I wish somebody said anything in Twitch chat, because I can always read it, even if I don't. I can't watch it. What have I done? It's just multi-streaming with OBS is basically impossible. Is this how I go full YouTube? Is this how that happens? Is that how it happens? This is it? No? Okay. Whatever. I'm gonna guys, we're gonna pretend like Twitch doesn't exist today. Oh yeah, there's so many gambling ads. I completely forgot. There's so many gambling ads now. Kika Tamika YouTube era. Fine. We're going full. Oh, Twitch is working? Is Twitch working? No, it's not. You lied to me, Quanto, of course. Whatever. Fine, whatever. Guys, no. Guys, we'll forget it. Forget it. We won't do it live. Okay? Back to what I was saying. So not only is there the deep-seated, the deep economic move, right, to basically putting as much money as they can into the American market, right? Not only is the American market making a deep economic move, put as much money as they can into the Korean market, the Korean media industries are doing everything they can to transform the kind of content coming out of even more American comics. More American comics, more American companies. And in the comic industry, that's manifesting in everybody embracing vertical comics. Whether or not it is a good medium for them, whether or not readers like it, no one cares. No one cares because it is more valuable for them to just push the idea. And it is working. It is working because the format, like when I meet people and they see the vertical scrolling format and they call it the Webtoon format, which makes Webtoon a household name, which for context could lose Webtoon there, if depending on how people talk about it. If everyone starts using a Webtoon for every vertical scrolling comic, it will lose Webtoon the trademark on their name. And honestly, I want that to happen, which is why I still say Webtoon. I want them to lose their trademark. Them and Google deserve to lose the trademarks on their names. as the reason I still say Google, reason I still say Webtoon, just a small additional context. So that's how deep this is running. And if you want a real big, like, if you're like, okay, but then you're talking about Marvel, like, okay, yeah, they're big, but like no one reads Marvel comics that much anymore. People watch their shows more than anything. DC's comics aren't really doing that great either. People watch their shows more than anything. You're right. You're right. And that's why I'm going to show you something. This, I mean, whatever. I'll use K-Comics Beat article. This is an article from K-Comics Beat about how webcomic fans are driving entertainment, blah, blah, blah. All that matters here is for us to talk about Inklore, right? You've probably heard of Inklore before. Inklore is basically a publishing company that makes no sense to anybody I have spoken to in comics or book publishing in the world. It makes sense to me. It makes sense to you because we are all locked in web users. But it literally makes no sense to anyone else. And if you're like, why is that, man? Very simple. Inklore's entire premise is most publishing houses are like, they have an audience and an age demographic or a type of person that reads their content. Inklore's entire demographic is basically random. It is whatever is popular online. That's it. I've told people about this. I have told veteran comic creators about this. And they look at me like I just told them to do Fent. That is how insane it sounds to them. And I've spoken to people at Inklore as well, because they have an office in the UK. I've spoken to a few people at Inklore, and even they say, yeah, it's really weird what we do. Like we think because a lot of them came from inside of Penguin Random House. Oh yeah, Inklore is a Penguin Random House imprint. Crazy. I don't like that I'm showing Manta ads on my stream. I'm going to stop looking at this page. Anyway, Inklore is a Penguin Random House imprint. And so like Penguin, like of every company, PRH, one of the big publishing houses, has made a concerted financial investment into just publishing web popular content. A thing that 5 years ago would have been unheard of. But we live in the age of Mr. Beast Amazon Prime TV special. So of course we live in the age of Inklore. Of course. It makes complete sense. And that is kind of everything we're going to talk about. One more thing. I'm making a video about Comic MP4. If you don't know what that is, it's this company. It's these guys. I'm making a video about them. I'm going to, they've revamped their website to hide everything, but I just wanted to kind of touch on something real quick. These guys aren't even graduated. They're just business students. They are animals. That's all I have to say. That's all. Okay, that's the stream. That's everything. Question time, and then I can go take a nap. I told you it'd be really, really short. 30 minutes, a crisp 30-minute stream. Oh, with thing? Yes, I did. In fact, I have something to show you. You just reminded me. I did go to the meeting with them. I spoke to them, and they basically told me they had no. Okay, so here's what happened. I played hardball because I was bored, right? I know a few things about them. They have a total of $50,000 in revenue, and not revenue, in funding. They're speaking to Google, who they think is going to give them $500,000. From the way the website looks now, I'm wagering that Google may have given them that $500,000. I'm not sure. They told me, remember the animation that we saw on their website before? They said that one was bad, and they gave me access to a better one, according to them. Let me just find it. There, I got it from Chris. He for context, he is in a library. So when I called him, he wasn't in a library. He's not like in a Starbucks, as many of you believed. Google is giving lots of people money, just not people that need it. Their AI model is not trained on any. They're using a pre-made AI model that somebody else made and it does video stuff. This is a video that they made using that AI model, and they're using to get money. It's using to get funding. It's a school bus graveyard video. I did tell Red that they're using their comic to get funding, and Red doesn't care. They also stole the audio in this video from Helvetica Dubs. So it is copyright infringement, and it is illegal to do what they're doing. They're just not distributing it, so like no one's making a big deal out of it. But they are showing it to investors as if it's their audio. So even if they tell the investors it's not their audio, it's clearly going to color the investors' perception of this. So whatever. I don't know if I've shown this yet, but let me just see. If I haven't shown it, I'm just going to play it. Oh, by the way, the top one is the Helvetica Dubs video that was made. The bottom one is their AI stuff.
Time? 8 minutes! Just a bit longer. It's close. The graveyard! Come on, hurry!
The way her hair melted.
Close the gate! Close the gate!
All right. Let's get to the bus.
Okay, two things I want to say. One, they told me this is very much a largely manual process, even with the AI. And they do tons of manual work. So that makes me say, then what was the point? Two, they don't know that most artists can animate. Three, their website directly lies to you. I'm actually just going to show you where it lies. See this number here? Here it is. What's in it for me as a comic creator? Partnering with us means you can earn up to 10 times. That's what they say. 10x more revenue than traditional licensing deals. Here's the thing. I was being really mean to, they're only working with people who have over a certain number of subscribers on their Webtoon. Otherwise, they won't be able to make any money. A lot of it is manual editing. The AI does a lot of stuff though. So a lot of this is also the AI. And when I said that ad revenue was stupid because, 0% of ad revenue, what would I get? They were like, oh, don't worry. We can pay you directly. How much is enough? $100 a chapter? Since we do all the work? Insane. So if you want to make a crisp $100 a chapter and you want to fleece them for their 50 to 500 grand, I don't care. Do whatever you want. But understand that these guys are not good. Okay? Yeah. They will only release whatever you agree to with them to release, by the way. You retain ownership. They do not train an AI over you on your stuff. And they always say that they earn revenue through early access episode sales. See this? They didn't have this until this week. And share subscription-based ad-free viewing. They also didn't have this. They added subscriptions very recently because this is their second week as a company. Here's the thing. They want to put all this onto their own $100 here for a chapter. They want to put all this onto their own app. Okay? So if nobody uses their app, whatever, they only have 50 users, and the only people they've been talking to up until very recently have been exclusively anime viewers. Like, the people like look, I love anime. I love anime watchers. I'm sure you're not bad people, but you're not meaningful people to talk to in a world where they're stealing content to do advertising. This kid's eyes turn brown. Like, we didn't say anything about it before, but his eye color is black. In the whole comic, his eye color is black. Anyway, it doesn't matter. This is not a worthwhile thing. And I want to make a video on this because I want to talk about the fact that there is something deeply wrong with a system where this kind of exploitation is something they're okay with. They do not know if this company can make money. Like, I just wanted to be clear. I wanted to be super clear. They do not know if this company can make money. There is no evidence this company can make money. Their belief is that if they just have enough content, they can force people to make they will get people who will pay them money. But there is no evidence that works because content volume has never ever been a driver of user engagement. And I know this because of, you guys may not know this company, but Billy Comics, which has now shut down, by the way, literally had every comic from China translated and brought over. Like, I just need to understand this. This is Billy, one of the biggest tech companies in the world, one of the biggest media companies in the world, okay? They own Chinese YouTube, which, for all intents and purposes, has exactly the same number of viewers as YouTube. Because there's like over 1 billion people in China. And they all watch Billy. And so Billy, this company with infinite content, right? With stuff like Heaven's Official Blessing, content that was already being scanlated, came to the English-speaking market, was paying creators. They wanted to pay me $20 for an ad. There's paying creators for ads, right? It's paying creators for ads. And was doing all this work. And they had to shut down because even with all their content, it wasn't enough. Webcomics app does not get any sizable, meaningful views. Okay? I'm just bringing them up as well. Webcomics app gets so few views, they don't pay their creators anymore. They had to beg creators to accept an ad revenue split, and literally everyone I know who is doing quote unquote well and isn't making the kind of content that you guys can see in the first 3 ones here, or even if they are, all of them are making less than $50 a month. So this app is basically like, it is operating on smoke. This is an engine running on smoke entirely. So when, I'm gonna say all this in the video anyway, so like, watch the video as well. But when ghouls like this show up with a promise based on nothing, with no long-term understanding of how things are gonna play out, who are barely graduates because they go to what? Princeton? You twats. You go to Princeton, you think that qualifies you for something because you're Princeton business students. You're not even business. Guys, they're computer science students. They're not real people. I'm a computer science grad. They're not real people. Listen to me. Computer science grads are not to be respected. They are to be buried, okay? This is the things they do with their time. Look at what they're doing. No, this is an amalgamation of incompetence on a level that I wish I didn't have to deal with no long-term belief, with a full, like from the horse's mouth, they are fully willing to basically tank this whole company, right? And just do something else. They don't care. This is about money. They don't care about what they are doing. They're doing this because right now they think this will get them revenue. It's got AI in it. It's got art in it. AI and art is getting revenue still in some circles. That's why they're doing it. As soon as this doesn't work and they can pivot the app to something else, they will. They will do it. They will just keep doing it. They do not care about this area. They do not care about this medium. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with pivoting yourself as a business. What I'm saying is you are basically entering here with every bad intention. Every single bad intention. It is a nightmare of a company. That's it. Anyway, that's kind of everything. Question time. I'm so upset that I'm not streaming on Twitch. Twitch frogs will never know what I've gone through. I'm gonna have to take this stream and then put it as a VOD on Twitch and then make it trigger the stream thing so the Twitch frogs get to watch it and they're gonna hate it. But I'm gonna do it anyway. The Twitch gets content this week. Yeah, publishing the social media popular things for Inkler, I do wonder about the long-term sustainability because like they're gonna need to start getting books and then making those things do well, right? Like they're gonna need to start getting like they were talking about how they were like as soon as they got the job, they were on AO3 looking up content that's doing well. You know, I think that's the world we're going to be living in soon. I think very soon one of the best selling novels, one of the NYT bestsellers, will be an AO3 novel. And I don't mean like an AO3 novel, like or a writer who wrote an AO3 took their story and developed it more. I mean like a straight up AO3 novel with minor editing, like a Liam Payne X Harry Styles fan novel. Sorry, rippin' pepperoni king. Not a One Direction fan, so honestly, it didn't affect me. But I don't think it's nice. Anyway, there are some folks who write on AO3 that write well. No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that the people don't write well. What I'm just saying is like we are entering a world where like pure fan fiction might become a new NYT bestseller because like we already have a manga that's pure fan fiction, right? Like Witch Hat Atelier is Harry Potter fan fiction. The whole thing is Harry Potter fan fiction. So like we already have a popular manga that's fan fiction. So like you know, like it's going to be an interesting 2025. As I said, for 2024 was a very interesting year. It's been a very interesting year. I think 2025 is going to be a very explosive year. A lot of things are going to really come to a head, and I don't know. We will see that in mainstream. Yes, we will, Demi. We might see that in mainstream. You know, mainstream content might be that. It's coming up. You know, it's coming up. Don't know what to do about it, but it is coming up. You know? Yeah, the Mortal Instruments novels were Harry Potter fanfic too. Yeah. But I just hate that artists are getting pushed out for like a quick buck. You know, I think I think the most interesting thing I saw recently was from an NSFW artist. I was reading Twitter and I saw this post. They're like old school. They've been around on the internet for a long time. And they're basically like, there's a bunch of AI models trained on their art right now, producing the same content that they make and like posting it online for free. And so and it's not affecting his bottom line really, because he's like established. But the main complaint essentially wasn't even about the money. It was the anxiety. Sorry, I have hiccups. It was the anxiety, right? The sheer unbridled anxiety at the fact that one day people might not know that he made something. That they will start thinking it was something that a bot did it. And like he will lose value in the thing that he has worked really hard to get value in, to become important in, to become an influential and meaningful member of the community in. And he will lose that value. And I think that's terrifying. It's not about the money. It's not about any of that stuff. In my head, that's like a thing that really I think I find scary, right? Like you will work all this time and you will get success, and then people will take that away from you in a way that you can't control, right? In a way where like it will be almost as if you never died, even if you quit. Society will act as if you are still alive, a zombified version of you, and then as an AI model will roam the earth, producing content that looks like yours, and people will think that they really like you, and then you don't exist anymore. Sorry about giving you anxiety. That's my bad. I'm not going to stop doing it, but I am going to apologize because I think it's a polite thing to do. Yeah. I'm surprised nobody has any questions for me. It was a very short stream. I thought somebody was going to bring up something about U.S. trade relations. But you know what? I'm happy about it. Is that X? Is that Extradent? Is that artist from Gears for Breakfast, Extradent? Or am I? No? My life ruined. Hey, X Idol. You're good too. I just thought you was someone else I also knew. Eventually, the only proof you have is drawing in person. Assuming we're all wearing Google glasses, and people. You know what bothers me about this is that somebody straight up said this to me. They were like, one day I'm gonna start going down the street in my VR headset because it doesn't have a cable anymore. Like like with the Apple Vision Pro, like that. Like he wants to do that, but like as a normie, he just wants to go out into the streets like that regularly. So I'm gonna be honest with you, X. I think even in the future, like that future isn't that far off, right? Yeah, they're getting smaller. Like, in fact, you know what? You guys think they're getting smaller. Let me show you something. VR headset, big screen. They're called big screen. So this is the Beyond headset. If you guys are very used to VR of a very certain nature, of a very certain size, right? This is how big the Beyond headset is. This is big screen VR's Beyond headset. Oh, not sure, no screen. This is big screen VR's Beyond headset. This is it. That's how big it is. It has a cable. It does connect to other things, but that's the size. Like the problem with this one is it's super expensive and it has to be custom made to your face, and it still needs you to connect to a device. So the only solution to make it not need a device is a computer, is a mini computer you can strap onto your back, and some people are already looking into doing that for this. So yeah, they're getting smaller and smaller, and it's scary small. They're getting terrifying, you know. Uh-oh, stinky dystopia. Dystopia is like Disturbia, but with not enough Lady Gaga. The worst of all outcomes. Yeah, like I'm just, it's going to be a very interesting. 2025 is going to be explosive. That's for sure. Like I'm thinking about this. You guys are bringing up stuff I haven't thought about. Like one of the things that all these AI nerds and dweebs are looking into is like we saw with do you guys remember that startup we looked at that was trying to make like web comics with narration and stuff? I've completely forgotten their name. I've completely forgotten what they were called. Storyco? I think they were Storyco. Yeah, that's them. These guys are still here. They're still doing their thing. And as far as I understand, they're still operating. And there's more jobs, and they picked up a whole new IP, and they're even doing bigger projects like this opening video animatic for $1,000. Okay, I'm gonna say this one, guys. If you want to make $1,000, I actually recommend that you go try and get yourself in on this task. Wait, there have been submissions? 1 second. Let me look at the submission. Okay, that's this is a genuinely terrifying person. Just I have 5 years comic project character designs. This to be Venom. Can't open this person's link. It's scary. But yeah, no, like I don't know. Wait, guys, is that AI? It's AI. Wait, no, it's AI, right? Like, wait. No, it's not. It's not. Hold on, wait. I don't think it is. I don't think it's AI. I don't think it's AI. It could be, but I don't think it is. Hold on. I mean, I should say something real quick. These designs are super basic and boring and terrible. So something about the way this body is posed and this body's post tells me it's AI. But let's do a quick investigation. Okay. Could be an art style thing. It's AI. No, it's AI. It has to be. It has to be because like I'm looking at it. It's a puppet. Like I give him that it's a puppet. I'm just looking at it and there's something like no one. It's AI. Okay. No, it's AI. I was right. This is all them. This is all them. All of this. These two dogs aren't even the same person. No, this is 100% AI. Like there's no consistency. How is this also an art piece from you? Made like less than 3 years ago. No, 4 years ago. Yeah, that's their real art. They also apparently made this. No, I didn't even want to look at this. Sorry, I just got distracted. I'm so sorry. I just got distracted. Wait. Oh, look, the DeviantArt Dream Up AI thing. Let's write Goku crying. I have to log in. No, I want to start creating DeviantArt. Please. I want to start creating, please. No! Wait, do I have a login? Hold on 1 second. I don't have a login. Wait. I got a login, I think. Okay, my accounts are all gone. Oh, oh, oh. Let's go. 1 second, let's generate something real quick. No, I don't want to confirm my email. I give up. Whatever. I'm done. I'm done. I'm not doing any more of those. I've done enough. He's an AI artist. He's not real. Storyco, he uses AI. Guys, do not hire him. He's using AI. Look, also, I wanted to be clear. This is how do you know why I thought he was using AI? Do you want to know the thing that really made me knew he was using AI? This. Look at this. Long as hell. Account. Like, I created a profile on StoryCore specifically to apply, but I am not very familiar with the platform, so I apologize if my profile is incomplete. All my work is accessible within my DeviantArt link. I'm confident that my skills align perfectly with the requirements of this job, and I would love to contribute to the success of Devil May Care. No one talks like this. No one talks like this. Whatever. Moving on. Like, this is what most people do. You just go, my art's very flexible. Show some art. That's normal. This is normal. This is how much people normally write. Like, who buries their link under that much fluff? Like, couldn't even be bothered to make stuff up on their own. Okay, I'm gonna look at this person's Webtoon, and then, guys, this is again, please, before I lose the plot, ask me questions because I will. No, their Webtoon is gone. Wait, is it actually gone, or did I type it wrong? Typed it wrong. Wait, where's your question? I didn't see it. Oh no, I didn't. I don't think I typed it wrong. I think it just. I don't. I'm just gonna go to Webtoon Canvas, right? The Dragon Lord. See if we can find it. Is that it? I think that's it. I think that's it. Yeah. This is it. This is it. Let's read this person's Webtoon real quick. Okay. There's so many textures. This is a nice bookshelf. This is the worst, some of the worst lettering I've ever seen. Anyway, you think it's a banger style? All right. Oh my God, that's sideways panel. I give up. Nope, no more. I'm done. I'm done. Trash comic. That is all I have to say. I'm sure he's a nice guy, but every time people do anything where they do a sideways panel, they're dead to me. Nah, that was too much. That was way too much space being taken up. His profile is IQ. Okay. Okay, whatever. Anyway, every sideways panel is a crime. It is a crime and it is wrong. If you did a sideways panel, I want you to know that you've made a mistake and you can fix it, but you need to fix it. There is no reason to do one. There is always a better option. Please, please, people, for the good of all that is lovely and beautiful. How am I? I'm okay. How's my new job? It's fine. Like I'm, I'm just teaching again. It's not an interesting thing. This is probably the most disconnected I've ever been to my work, and that's okay. It's exactly what I want. Chainsaw Man based indeed. Yes, Jester. I hope you get the job. Okay, so this is something I said. How do you redraw it as a vertical? I mean, just rethink the entire scene from the top. Like, I'm gonna do this, aren't I? Like, you know, instead of instead of a lot of people, what they do when they draw a panel, why it always ends up awful because they hate me, is they think of the panel sideways, right? They think of a profile shot. And you don't need to think of. I'm so much more comfortable with drawing with all the drawing practice I took. Anyway, they think of the panel happening like from this angle, right? They think of it this way. And so they're like, the only way I can make it fit is if I, you know, tilt it. But really, you don't have to always look at things from the side. Things are often more interesting when the camera. No, I know it's not characters. I'm just talking about the scene composition, right? The scene composition. The scene composition is such that you need to when you're putting it together, you're thinking about it the way you think about movie shots. And most movie shots are flat, like 2 point perspective shots. Mentally, that's very easy to envision. To make a shot that works really well for vertical, you need to start thinking about it from like if you flipped the entire 3D environment 90 degrees and you were looking from the top down or from the bottom up, or your movement needs to be like vertical. Like the thing moving needs to be vertically moving, like you're falling or whatever. Movies are very horizontal. I don't disagree. I'm just saying, like, that's why people think of it like that because, like, that's just the easiest way to think about it. Let me see if I can find one sec. Anyway, what was I looking for? I think the best way for you to think about it is, I can get this. I think this is the one. I'm trying to think of the name of the comic. um, why can I not remember this manhwa? I can't remember this manhwa. Oh, yeah. There it is. Yes. This one. It's this one, probably. They all have like the same names, so forgive me if I get it wrong. No, I did. It's the wrong one. It's this one. This is the one I'm looking for. This is the one I'm looking for. This is Blaze is publishing it. This is the one I'm looking for because this is the one that like has a really good transition. Oh, there it is. Yeah, that's the other name. Reincarnation. Maybe, possibly. It could also just not be correct. I'm so ready for it to be the wrong thing mentally. No, this is the wrong one. Guys, I'm fighting for my life. I don't remember when I found it. I just know it has a really good transit. The link got DMCA'd. Okay. The link got DMCA'd. Yeah, sure. I think that's the only move I've got. Because the thing I want to show you is like here, like somewhere in this area. Yeah, like here. Literally this area is where the thing I want to show you is, and I can't show it to you. Let's go to Webtoon. Punderworld. Underworld. More like Momderworld. Episode 26, part 1. I should point out this is also going to make it very difficult for you to try to move it to book. So I'm not going to pretend like I haven't thought about that. Okay. Wow. Everyone's so pretty. Okay. Yes. Here. Quick question. Why is the shot from the side? Why don't we take the shot from behind her? Like we already know she's entered this room, right? Oh yeah, good point. That doesn't matter to you anymore. Anyway, we already know she entered this room. We could have a shot from behind her showing the entire area. Like that would probably work faster. And then we can like have that shot stay still as she searches the environment because we get to still see the whole room. Let me see. Ding, ding. She really climbing. She's searching. She's fighting for her life. Demeter, she can't hear you. You are cringe. She has gone to be with her new boyfriend. Let her be. You're such an overbearing mom. uh, you nymph crazy. Guys, I just want to say that Demeter is about to make a real incident in Shinjuku. Anyway, Shibuya, sorry. A real incident in Shibuya right here. This is the Shibuya incident. Yeah, when you make a panel for book first, it just isn't going to transition as fun. Um, the only thing I would have thought of to do this would have been because basically what you're thinking about is about the pacing and everything else. And I don't disagree with you. I think it makes complete sense. This scene is specifically all I would change. And the only thing I would do is instead of drawing it from there, I would have drawn it like She comes in. You just see something real quick. Yeah. So she comes into the. I'm trying to like draw the little curtain. This is a curtain of leaves. Okay, that she like walks in through. Like Demeter is standing here, right? But like in one angle, she's like, this is what we saw when she was coming in, but we can actually draw it with like where we see everything in front of her, like the table and stuff, with the camera behind her. Oh no, I don't think you should do this, by the way. I'm just saying this is how I would solve the problem. I don't think you should do this at all. Um, it's not worth it for you. You're too powerful. You don't need this. Uh, and it's fine. I like you. You get a pass. But like I would just take the camera in this scene and I would go behind her head. Anyang, is that what that says? Does that say Anyang? Did I read that right? I probably didn't. I probably didn't. wait, wait. No, that doesn't say Anyang. It says, yeah, it's this site. Salange. Okay. No, it does say Salange. I don't know why I saw Sa and I thought it was An. I think I'm just so out of practice. I mean, Linda, that was never a question. It was never a question. Hello, Mark. Salange. Very fun. Very fun word. Like I'm so out of practice in my Korean classes, everyone. Please don't shame me. You came at the end, Mark. We're done. We've talked about the whole topic. The only reason I'm still here is because we got sidetracked. The stream was done 35 minutes ago. The only good thing is because it was done 35 minutes ago, my sidetrack being 35 minutes is fine. Normally I'm done in 2 hours, and then my sidetrack takes an hour. So, you know, ups and downs, as they say. Thank you so much, Mark. You're so nice to me. Why aren't the rest of you nice to me like Mark is? Look at all the things he does. I'm not a D1 yapper. Excuse me. Excuse you, in fact. As a typical D1 division, I'm actually a Division 3 yapper. I'm generally a Division 3 athlete. Exactly. All right. That's me. I'm going to go look at my 3D print that I just made. Hope everyone has a wonderful evening. This is the shortest stream I ever made. Hope you have fun. Hope you have fun watching it over and over again. Goodbye. It's actually quite nice finishing on time for once. You know? 30 minutes. A tight 30-minute stream. Please like and share the video. Please like the video and share it and subscribe. I forgot to mention that. Like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe and join the Patreon. Okay, bye.